The Vikings win the toss. They will receive and defend the goal to our right. Parsippany Hills in black, Randolph in white. We're just about set.
Under the direction of Mrs.
Kicking. So Randolph now, John Fredericks will come in to kick. Right now we have the national anthem. Parsippany Hills Vikings, marching band and color guard. Okay, we're just about ready to go. The head coaches for the teams. For the Vikings, Walt Danu, now at 4-10. He was 0-9 last year, but he's turned it around in '82 with a 4-1 record. Joe Bauer, the legendary coach of Randolph, I guess you can say, 16th year. He's compiled a record of 108 wins, 35 losses, and 3 ties. Not bad. Last year, Randolph was 6-3. They tied for third in the Hills division. This year, as always, they're one of the premier teams in the division. The Vikings' first year in the division, these two teams usually meet on Thanksgiving. That tradition is over thanks to the realignment. Now kicking off will be John Fredericks, number 81. The Vikings send Corky Patron back deep, along with Chris Singleton and John Baronio. There's Fredericks on your screen right now, as well as the special teams unit for Randolph. The kick is away, a line drive coming down to Patron. And Patron takes it out across the 20 to the left side, and he is nailed at about the 21-yard line, where the Vikings will have it 1st and 10. The offense, Frank Tedesco, number 8, will be the quarterback. The running backs will be number 34, Corky Patron, the man who just ran the ball back. Patron and Chris Singleton should open up at running backs. The receivers, Craig Brotons, number 81, John Baronio, number 4, and Walter Garvey, number 9. 1st and 10. Tedesco pitches the ball back to Patron. Little trouble in his backfield, and he is dragged down for about a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and about 11. We're just underway. The Vikings next week will be going to West Morris. Randolph will be hosting Morris Hills. Every game is a big one from now on. 2nd down and 10. They'll call it no gain. Patron got back to the line of scrimmage. Tedesco hands the ball off to Patron up the middle, and Patron gets out to about the 27-yard line, pickup of 2. Nick Gangemi, will be seeing him on offense, made the tackle. They'll call it a pickup of 4, 3rd down and, well, we'll call it 3, 3rd down and 7. Dan Poulter comes out for Garvey. Those two will be alternating as always. The running backs, still Singleton and Patron. We could see Ahern in the 2nd half. In fact, we probably will. Somebody jumped, no call. Tedesco is back to pass. Throws for the right side, incomplete, intended for Garvey, number 9. It'll be 4th and 8. The Vikings will have to punt.
Baronio was wide open all by himself.
Baronio was open, but the pass was not thrown very well, so the Vikings will have to punt. Jim Ferraro, number 3, he handles all the kicking for Parsippany Hills, will be into punt. Number 1, Jim Capinos, is back deep, along with Andy Cope, number 5. Ferraro ready to kick it away. He gets it off. Nice kick by Ferraro. taken at the 38-yard line, and up to the 42 is Capinos, number 1. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Randolph. Good field position at the 42-yard line.
Rams 1st and 10 at the Ram 42.
Things starting to take shape now in these two divisions, as I mentioned. Randolph leading the Hills division with a 4-0 record inside the division. Dover is next at 3-1-1. Then come the Vikings, and West Morris tied at 3-1. That is as we begin this weekend. As you see this, it'll all be over. That'll be changed. In the other division, the Redskins suffered a big loss on Friday night to Livingston, so their playoff picture is a little bit different. Okay, Nardolillo is the quarterback, and he hands the ball off to Nick Gangemi. Gangemi gets about a yard or two up to the 43-yard line. We'll call it a pickup of a yard. 2nd down and 9. We have Greg Nardolillo, number 7, is the quarterback. Now, this is not a passing team. They run the ball a lot to the Randolph Rams. The running backs are number 33, Joe Gangemi, or Gangemi, we'll call him. Nick Gangemi is the other running back, 31, and a lot of times we'll put in Andy Cope, number 5. He's in there now. It's 2nd down and 8. Handoff goes to Gangemi, number 31, that is Nick. He gets a couple of yards. Stop for pickup of about 3. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Long 5.
3rd and 6.
Call it 3rd and 6. That's about as long a 5 as you can get. Number 20, John Rooms, checks in for the Vikings. It'll be interesting to see what Randolph does here. Mentioned they are not a passing team. Nardolillo's gonna pass, though. He throws the ball deep down the middle, and it is too long for number 1, Jim Capinos. So it'll be 4th down and 5. Capinos was open, and had that ball been thrown on the line, he would have been gone. So the Vikings will get the ball back.
4th and 6 Rams.
4th down and 6. So both times now on 3rd down, we could have had big gainers for each offense, but the pass has been thrown a little off. Number 11, Kevin Salt, also a backup quarterback. He'll be in to kick. Patron and Baronio are deep, and they kick it high, not too deep. And Patron takes it. Not too far, though, up to about the 33, 34-yard line, where the Vikings will get the ball back.
Stop by Sushing. 1st and 10 Vikings at their own 30.
Tomorrow night, the Redskins are in town again. They play a couple of home games in a row. Morris Knowles will have that for you a week from tonight on Channel 3. Don't forget, Rob Tadero and myself, every Thursday night at 6:30 on the 50-yard line. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Tedesco hands the ball off to Patron, and he gets back to about the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
No gain on it.
Last week we mentioned we'd give you the cheerleaders' names. This week we have the first names. The captains are Karen Speak and Stephanie Cressito. After that, Deneen Capozzi, Sue Manhart, Laurel Carpenter, Debbie Capola, Beth Thomas, Kathy Poskett, Julie Koza, Ann Cartone, Colleen Dawa, Amy Hoffman, Karen Ursek, Dina Provolius, and Lisa Pace. Back to the action now, 2nd down and about 9. Tedesco on the quick pass to Baronio. He holds on, and he's all the way up to midfield. A 1st down for the Vikings. Beautiful play by John Baronio. That was a quick pattern. Tedesco took a step or two back, fired it to the left side. Baronio was there, and it's a 1st down just shy of midfield. Ahern is now in at running back. He'll be in and out all day, and there's some movement on the line. Looks like the Viking. Let's see what they call. Of the cheerleaders we mentioned, Deneen Capozzi and Dina Provolius, both not cheering. Deneen had knee surgery, and Dina has a concussion. Okay, the call is illegal procedure against the Vikings, so it'll be 1st down and 15. Poulter comes wide to the left. Baronio slot to the left. Running backs are Patron and Ahern. Back to passes. Tedesco stumbles a little, rolls to the left, throws, incomplete. Too short for John Baronio, number 4.
Second and 15.
Be second down and 15. Last week against Boonton, the Vikings didn't score till the last play of the first quarter, then broke it open in the second quarter, scoring 23 points, putting the game out of reach at halftime, 30-0. Second down and 15. Out to the right is Garvey. Tedesco back to pass, in trouble, and he is sacked all the way back at the 35-yard line. So it's going to be third down and about 25 yards to go for the Vikings. I'll call it the 36. It'll be third down and 24. Still a long way to go for the Vikings. Garvey checks in for Baronio, so it'll be Garvey, Poulter, and Brotons as the wide receivers.
Third and 28.
Pretty sure Tedesco will pass now. Tedesco is back to pass. Dumps it off for Patron on the left side. Patron gets outside. He's up to the 45-yard line and knocked out of bounds. He'll be far short of the first down. The Vikings will have to kick it away again. Okay, our staff for today's game. Directing is Linda Hester, also our producer. Tom Wall is directing and on camera, doing a couple of jobs today, on and off. Tom Kanuski, Debbie Gantert, and Alice Dioria also rotating on camera for today's game. Kay Ferraro to punt it away once again. It is Capinos back to receive it. There's a flag on the play as Ferraro gets it away. The fair catch is fumbled, and the Vikings have recovered the fumble. On the other end of the field, it is number 50, Ron Cosmas, the man who came up with the football at the other end. Now there's really an obvious roughing the kicker penalty against Randolph. I'm sure they'll refuse that because they have the ball at the 21-yard line of Randolph. Come on. The Vikings will have it now, first and 10. So a good break for Parsippany Hills. That's what you need to win a big game. The pitch comes to Singleton around the left side, and Singleton gets back to about the line of scrimmage. May have picked up a yard. It'll be second down. The Viking marching band, you just heard, they are situated right in front of us here at Parsippany Hills. This is the last look we're going to have at Parsippany Hills of 1982. They will be playing here Thanksgiving, but we won't be covering that game. Okay, they lost a couple of yards on that, so it'll be second down. Tedesco back to pass, breaks a tackle, throws, and it is incomplete, intended for Garvey. I believe Baronio was there, pair of receivers down on the far side. It was Garvey, number 9, the man who the pass was intended for.
Third and 14.
Someone might have missed the pattern there. We had two receivers on in one area of the field. Garvey dove for the ball. Baronio was trailing the play a little bit. Unofficially, 5:14 to go in the first quarter. Vikings in good field position. At the 25-yard line of Randolph, it is second down and 14. Third down and 14. Make that. Tedesco calls the signals, and he takes it straight ahead himself. Gets down to about the 22-yard line before being wrapped up. So Ferraro will come on this time probably for a field goal attempt. And Ferraro, one of the best field goal kickers in this Iron Hills Conference. The holder will be John Baronio. straightaway kicker. Takes a snap. There's a motion penalty. The kick is good, but let's see what the flag is. It's offsides against the Randolph Rams. Well, the kick was no good, we understand, so they'll move it up 5 yards and give Ferraro another shot at it.
4th and 7.
4th and 7. I imagine they'll still go for the field goal. So from the 25 now, a 35-yard attempt. Ferraro hits this one up in the air, and it is good. So the Vikings take the 3-0 lead. Jim Ferraro gives Parsippany Hills the lead with a 35-yard field goal. With unofficially 4 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. Kick off from right to left. Andy Cope is the deep man for Randolph. And he will field this kickoff way back at his 5. He brings it up the right side across the 20 to the 30-yard line where he is brought down. Ahern on the tackle and Chang also in on that play. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 30-yard line. After this game, the Rams have to play Morris Hills at home. They travel to Dover, both those games on Friday nights. The Dover game will be a big one. And then on Thanksgiving Day, they will be hosting Boonton. Vikings after this play 2 road games at West Morris and Mountain, and then they host Mount Olive on Thanksgiving. 1st and 10 Rams, 30-yard line. Handoff goes to Joe Gangemi. And he gets about a yard before being pushed back by John Metaliano and Ron Cosmas. The middle of the Viking line played an awesome game against Boonton a week ago. And if they can bottle up the Gangemi brothers, also Andy Cope, they have a very good shot at winning this game if they can hold that Randolph offense as well as they held Boonton last week. Obviously, Randolph and Boonton teams of different caliber, but the principle is the same. You have to stop. Handoff goes to Andy Coper around the left side, and he is caught by Chris Singleton, number 33, and Paul Lupo, number 35. All the way back to the 27-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 13. Hey, 3:50 and counting. Capinos and Cope come out to the right side. Out of the shotgun is Nardalillo. He dumps it off for Gangemi. Gangemi across the 40-yard line, has some running room, and he's knocked down across midfield.
Short pass complete to Joe Gangemi.
So a 1st down for the Rams at the Viking 49-yard line. Joe Gangemi caught that ball on the left, took it straight up the middle, breaking tackles all the way to the 49-yard line. Once again, the important part of that defense, the defensive line. Metaliano, Brotons, right up the middle. The handoff goes straight ahead. It looks like Andy Cope. He gets about 3 yards, maybe. Call it 2nd down and a long 7. 2nd down and 8.
2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8. Viking 47.
Second down and 8. Last week, the Randolph Rams beat Mount Olive 27-7. Joe, Nick, and Jemmy combined for 212 yards and 4 touchdowns. We'll give you the exact totals on each a little bit later. Second down and 8. Nardolillo rolls to the right side, and he is, well, he hands the ball off straight ahead. Not too much yardage, though. Took that ball himself straight ahead. Looked like a handoff. Good fake right there. Didn't get the Viking defense fake out, though. Pickup of nothing. It'll be third down and 8. Just over a minute to go now in the first quarter, with the Vikings ahead by a score of 3-0. This has got to be the biggest game ever played here at Parsippany Hills. Okay, third down and 8. Out of the shotgun is Nardolillo. He's back to pass. Throws deep for the right side, and it is picked off by Walter Garvey, number 9, at the Viking 20-yard line. Walter Garvey, beautiful interception. Number 9 is Garvey. He is a 6'2", 170-pound senior, plays both offense and defense. Had 3 interceptions last week, and a big one here today. It's 44 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Vikings have the ball and the lead. They send Garvey out to the right side. Back to pass is Tedesco. Throws, and it is too short. Actually, it wasn't a bad pass, but Ahern, number 32, couldn't hold on. Second down and 10. "24 seconds ago. Poulter now comes out to the right side. Brotons is the tight end. Running backs are Patron and Ahern. Second down and 10. Tedesco calls the signals, and someone jumped. It was number 33, Joe Gangemi, the man who stepped a little too soon. Now Garvey comes in for Poulter.
Vikings will have 2nd and 5.
Defensive encroachment, good break for the Vikings. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Gives this drive a shot in the arm. Second down and 5. Tedesco hands the ball straight ahead to Ahern, and Ahern gets about nowhere. It'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Vikings.
Ahern, the ball carrier.
The Viking team has a very good offense. We've seen that the first couple of games we did. As the first quarter comes to an end now, they stopped the clock. No, it's going now. First quarter has come to an end with the score: Parsippany Hills Vikings 3 and the Randolph Rams nothing. We'll bring it to the other side of the field for the second quarter of play.
Wago and the car, delivering an amazing 52 miles per gallon. And you'll find these fine cars have Kiva Product Incorporated, Route 46 in Ohio Road. The Alliance, by the way, made in the U.S. Which is good news for everybody. So call Kiva Product today and ask for Sal. Really good deal on fine.
Okay, for a complete video on the go listings, look in the community news every Sunday. Not a bad deal, delivered to your home free. If you're raking the leaves and you find a big thing wrapped in plastic, pick it up. Find our listings. 3rd down and 5 now. Frank Tedesco calls the signals. Baronio, seemed to jump a little bit. So they'll mark it back 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Procedure penalty called the Vikings.
Illegal procedure. Now Garvey checks in for Poulter. high. In trouble, gets it away. And it is intercepted by number 7. He fumbles the football, and it's ruled out of bounds. The Rams have possession of the ball. Greg Nardolillo, the quarterback who doubles in the secondary, is the man who picked it off. Randolph will have it 1st and 10 from the Viking 38-yard line.
Rams have it 1st and 10 at the Vikings 38.
So this is a big series here for the Viking defense. They have to hold Randolph. Chris Singleton is in on the defensive line along with John Metaliano, John Ling, Craig Brotons, John Chang also right there, Paul Lupo in at linebacker. Back to pass goes Nardolillo, throws the ball over the middle, it's caught inside the 30 and down to about the 28-yard line. It's number 81, John Fredericks.
Stopped by Chang and Lupo.
Chang and Lupo converge on the tackle. 1st down for Randolph.
Ram 1st down to Viking 25.
They call the ball at the 25-yard line. Didn't look like his forward progress got him that far, but it's where they're going to mark the ball at least. In the secondary is Walter Garvey and Dan Poulter. Randolph now has no receivers out wide, 3 running backs, and the handoff goes straight ahead to Joe Gangemi. Gangemi gets about 4, call it 3, 2nd and 7. Looks like a flag on the play. It is against the Rams, backfield in motion. So that'll bring it back to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 15.
15 at the Viking 30.
They're starting to pack them in over on the Randolph side. The bleachers are full. They're lined up against the fence. This Viking side, of course, is packed. They've been advertising this game in the school, around town all week. Posters, announcements. And why not? This is the biggest game we've seen here at Parsippany Hills since they opened the place in 1970. 1st down and 15. Handoff goes to Nick Gangemi running laterally. He gets about 7 yards, not done. Picks up about 10 all the way down to the 20. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
7 yards on the...
They'll mark it at the 22-yard line, pickup of 8.
2nd and 8.
Still be about 2nd and a good 7 thanks to the 5-yard penalty. Last week, the Vikings, if you saw it on video on the go, or even if you didn't, they beat Boonton by the score of 30-14. Corky Petrone, the running star of the game, 144 yards, including a 78-yard touchdown. 2nd and 7, handoff goes to Joe Gangemi, and he is bottled up right away. 52, Mike Midledge. Looks like the first man to get him.
Picks up 1 on the play. Ladies and gentlemen.
Metaliano was there.
Drive at the...
Well, Metaliano's always there. Whenever the ball is handed off and someone is tackled, Metaliano always seems to be in the vicinity. Midledge was the first man to get him, though, that time. This is the last time we're going to see John Metaliano on video on the go, and it's going to be strange seeing a Viking football team without a Metaliano. We had Vinny for a couple of years. John came in 1980. It's the last time we'll be seeing him. He'll be back at Thanksgiving Day. A couple other seniors will be gone. Handoff goes to Gangemi. Nick this time, straight ahead, down to about the 10-yard line. 1st down for the Rams. Mark it at the 11-yard line. 1st down and 10.
Runs it to the 12-yard line, 8 yards, 1st and 10.
A couple other guys we won't be seeing anymore. Dan Poulter will be gone. Ferraro. That's going to be kind of a hole to fill, Jim Ferraro. We also have Walt Garvey will be graduating. Anthony Lombardi. Great comeback by Lombardi over the offseason to being injured badly a year ago. 1st and 10, Nardolillo hands the ball off to number 5. That is Andy Cope, and he is thrown for a loss. It was John Metaliano, the man who got him. Brings him all the way back to the 15-yard line. Second down and 14.
Second and 13.
Second and 13. Cosmas in at linebacker. Basically the same defense the Vikings go with. A lot of these guys can tire. They play defense and offense. Brotons doubles as a receiver. Garvey and Poulter double as receivers. Handoff goes straight ahead to Nick Angemi down to the 10-yard line, the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be third down and 10. Might be third down and 9 at the 10. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown, but it has to be pretty good placement.
About 9.
Third down and 9. There you see the Randolph huddle. You're watching Video on the Go, cable channel 3, coming to you from Parsippany. Narlillo back to pass, throws for the left side. It is incomplete. Beautiful play by Paul Lupo to break it up. What a dive by Paul Lupo. Jumping, leaping right in front, knocking that ball down at the last second. Lupo made a couple of great plays last week, including a pair of interceptions. Easily could have had about 5 or 6 interceptions the way he played a week ago. 7:26 now to go in the first half. We're going to try a field goal now. John Fredericks, number 81. There's a timeout on the field with 7:26 to go. I believe it was taken by Randolph. Kind of a crowd here in the press box today. WXMC Radio, the new Parsippany radio station, broadcasting all day. They go in when it gets dark, but they're on all day, broadcasting this game live in Parsippany. I guess anybody watching who wasn't here might have heard the game on the radio. It's really one of the biggest games in the county. Of course, they are 2 of the top teams in the division. The winner has a great shot at the playoffs. The loser's chances are really dimmed. Chant is now defense, 4th down and 9. And there's a flag on the play. And, well, the signal was unsportsmanlike conduct against Randolph, and that would hurt their field goal chances. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Randolph. All the way back to the 25-yard line. Who says you can't get mad during a timeout? Somebody did. So that'll hurt their chances for a field goal. They're still going to try it, though. Ferraro made one from 35 yards away, but see what Fredericks can do. He puts it up. It will be short. Short and wide to the right. The Viking defense has held. Beautiful defensive series by the Vikings after Randolph had come as close as the 10-yard line, aided by a penalty that brought Randolph back. So the Vikings have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Thanks to the touchback, the field goal going wide. In pro football, they would have had that ball at the 25-yard line. Tedesco hands the ball off to Patrone, straight ahead. Patrone still running. He has the first down, all the way out to the 34-yard line. Saltz is the man who stopped him, number 11. Pickup of 13 to the 33-yard line. First down for the Vikings. They're going to need a good game from Patron to win. Of course, they have a couple of other good backs. Chris Singleton, we saw him last week. Also an excellent back. He's in there now. Tedesco hands the ball off to Patron around the left side, in trouble in his backfield, and he is hit for a loss. Back at the 30-yard line. So it'll be second down and 13.
Patron stop for a loss. Stop by Gangemi into second and 13.
5:39 to go. Second down and 13 for the Vikings. Vikings 0-9 a year ago. A 180-degree turn in 1982. Now at 4-1, their only loss, really a painful loss to Dover, 16-15. In the fourth quarter, a two-point conversion failed. Otherwise, they would be 5-0 right now and in first place with Randolph. If they win their last 4 games, though, they will win the division. Tedesco rolls to his right, throws, and it is incomplete. Intended for Baronio, number 4. A little underthrown, and with good reason. Tedesco was nailed the minute he threw the ball. Number 74, Brian Hooper, was the man who hit him hard. A couple of guys were there, though. Hooper, the first man to get there. Video on the Go has 2 more football games to bring to you. Tomorrow night we'll be at Parsippany High School for the Redskins and Morris Knowles. Have it for you a week from tonight. Then week from tomorrow night, Mount Olive against the Redskins. Back to passes, Tedesco rolls to his right, dumps it off to Singleton. Singleton, a little bit of running room, cuts back to the middle. Singleton is upended just shy of the 40, about the 38-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 5. Singleton picked up good yardage. He is exciting to watch. Hurdling over people, cutting back to the middle. In fact, he hurdled when he was tackled. He just didn't land on his feet. Singleton slightly hobbling as he leaves the field. Ferraro now into punt. Capinos is the deep man back to return the kick. There you see the line. There's Ferraro. He gets it away. Remember, Randolph botched a punt earlier, leading to a field goal. This one not touched, landing at about the 40, rolling to the 37. So that's where they'll have it. First down and 10 for Randolph. .5:17 to go. Vikings ahead 3-0. Nardolillo calls the signals and hands the ball off to Joe Gangemi. Gangemi finds some running room around the right side into Viking territory and down to the 43-yard line. Finally dragged down by Lupo. He dragged Lupo about 10 yards before Paul slammed him to the ground and slammed him hard enough that he is not getting up. Don't know if the ambulance squad is here today. We saw him a couple of weeks ago. The Parsippany game, they needed him too. Could be a costly injury for Randolph if Gangemi can't come back. Of course, we've got another Gangemi too, Nick, but Joe leaves the field. Last week he had 13 carries for an even 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. Nick had 17 carries for 112 yards and 1 touchdown. 43-yard line of the Vikings. First down and 10 for Randolph. 4:45 to go in the first half. Scoreboard in good shape since they overhauled the old light bulbs. Out of the deep shotgun, it's Nardolillo. He's still in trouble, though. Rolls to the right. Has to run to his right, and he's knocked out of bounds by Craig Brotons. He picked up a couple of yards. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. They'll call it the 38, so a pretty good pickup. It'll be second down and about 3. Four-minute warning here at Parsippany Hills. Both benches are being notified. And we're ready to go. 4 minutes left in the first half. Out of the shotgun is Nardolillo, and he is sacked. John Metaliano, the first man to get him. Cosmos was also there. Ron Cosmos, known as Gator to his friends. That brings it back about 5 yards. It'll be third down and 8.
Rams at the Viking 42.
They use that deep shotgun with Nardolillo. Almost looks like he's gonna punt. Third down and 8. Out of the deep shotgun again, throws it for the left side. It's caught by Fredericks. Fredericks has good yardage. He has a first down. He's down to the 30-yard line. So another key first down for Randolph, coming on third and 8. It's a third down conversions that makes or breaks a drive, and Randolph seems to be able to come up with those important third down plays. It's one thing Canadian football doesn't have, is third down conversions. 3:50 to go unofficially. Handoff goes straight ahead to Saltz. Saltz breaks a couple of tackles, and Saltz is all the way down inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at about the 2-yard line.
28 yards, first and goal, Viking 2.
Finally dragged down. It looked like Poulter, the man who dragged him down. Chang and Poulter now come out. The Vikings really have to hold here. First and goal from the 2. Handoff goes to Saltz, and he is into the end zone around the left side for a touchdown. So Randolph now takes the lead by the score of 6-3. So it's now 6-3. Unofficially 2:28 to go. Fredericks in for the extra point, and it is no good. That could be big.
Score remains 6-3.
So Fredericks misses the extra point.
For Viking fans, next week, Parsippany Hills Vikings travel to West Mars at 1:30, away game. Next home game will be the final game of the year, Thanksgiving Day.
Okay, so Randolph will kick off. 2:28 to go. The Vikings can tie it with a field goal. That's why that extra point is so important. It's now 6-3. And if you saw the end of the first half last week, you'll know how quickly the Vikings can score points. With 50 seconds left last week, they were ahead 21-0. By the time they went into the locker room, it was 30-0. Thanks to his safety, a couple of great runs, pass, and it gave him a touchdown. Fredericks now kicks it off, kicks it long and into the end zone. Bobbled by Patron, has time, picks it up, brings out across the 15-yard line, to the 15-yard line. Up to the 20. So it'll be first and 10 for the Vikings. All right, they spotted at the 21-yard line. That settles that debate. So it's first and 10 from the 21-yard line. First and 10 for the Vikings at the 21-yard line. Tedesco rolls to his right, throws the ball downfield. It is caught and dropped by Baronio. He was hit by Greg Nardolillo as soon as he caught that ball. As soon as it hit his hands, he was dropped. Don't forget, every Tuesday, join Linda Hester and whoever she feels like putting on as a guest host for Parsippany Interchange. Fill you in on what's going on in and around Parsippany. This week it was Debbie Gantert. Next week it could be me, who knows. Second down and 10. Tedesco hands the ball off to Patron. Patron straight ahead for a couple of yards. Flag is down.
What?
Of course, if you're not familiar with Channel 3, we broadcast 3 nights a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, starting at 6. For the listings, you can call the number given at the end of the game. You can look in the community news. Penalty is against the Vikings.
Penalty for the Vikings, half the distance to
Half the distance to the goal line.
second and 20.
Didn't see what that call was. In any event, it's second down and 20.
Holding yards against the Vikings.
Garvey and Baronio both come out to the right side. Back to pass is Tedesco, dumps it off to Garvey in the flat. Gets up to about the 15, 16-yard line. It's going to be third down and 15.
5 yards on the play, third and 15.
Looks like we're going to have a tight struggle throughout the afternoon. Minute and 15 seconds left in the first half. We'll be bringing you the halftime show, the Parsippany Hills Vikings Marching Band. Third down and 15. Tedesco back to pass. Dumps it off to Brotons on the right side. Brotons gets up to about the 13 before being nailed by number 50. That is Don Saucian. Loss of about 3 yards on the play.
Vikings will have a fourth.
So it'll be fourth down and 17. Randolph now takes a timeout, 49 seconds ago. Be interesting to see if they go after Ferraro, try to block the punt.
When you're on the air.
Really, there's nothing to lose this late in the half. A couple of little kids come on with orange buckets. Not exactly sure what they're for. Coach Danu out talking to his Viking team. Linda Hester says maybe they're trick-or-treating early. There you see the Randolph huddle. Now you see a little bit of both. That's Joe Voltaggio, trainer number 78 at the bottom of your screen. Ferraro now to punt from his end zone. Not the best place to kick from. And he gets it away. Pretty good rush. The kick drops at the 40 and is down by Cosmas at the 41-yard line.
Rams have it.
So Randolph has it now with 40 seconds to go and 41 yards away from the Viking goal line. Vikings have a stiff defense. Maybe they can try to get into field goal range, increase their lead. The reason it's getting so quiet is that the band is now lined up behind the goal post instead of right in front of us. They're getting ready for the halftime show. Only 30 seconds to go now. Out of the shotgun is Nardolillo. He throws the ball deep downfield, and it is picked off by Lupo, number 35. Picks it off at the 10-yard line. 19 seconds ago. First interception of the day for Lupo. Second of the day for the Vikings. Garvey had one earlier. Lupo made a brilliant play before to save a touchdown, forcing Randolph to miss a field goal. That came back earlier in the second quarter. Ball is at the 12-yard line. That's where He first hit the ground. 15 seconds and counting. Vikings will probably fall on the ball.
You're gonna have to pass, Tom, so get ready.
In fact, they might not even get the play off. 4 seconds, they will. They pitch it to Patron. Patron goes to the right side, ahead to the 22-yard line. Good gain of about 10, but the half comes to an end. He does get the first down, they say, but it doesn't matter because the first half has come to an end. With the score, the Randolph Rams 6 and the Parsippany Hills Vikings 3. Quickly recapping what happened. The Vikings recovered a botched fumble on a punt by Randolph at the 40-yard line. They drove upfield a little bit, and Jim Ferraro kicked a 35-yard field goal with 4:29 left in the first quarter to make it 3-0 Parsippany Hills. In the second quarter, number 11, Kevin Saltz, scored on a 2-yard touchdown run after the Vikings miscue led to a Randolph first down at the Viking 41. It was a turnover of some sort. Saltz took it around the left end and in from 2 yards away. The extra point was botched by Fredericks, number 81, the kicker. And that's how we stand at halftime with the score Randolph 6 and Parsippany Hills 3. The marching band, well, you can't see them now. You see the players leaving. Marching band will be entering the field momentarily.
Well, you really have to make sure someone stays with that camera during halftime. We'll see what happens. You can cap it during halftime, okay? But make sure it's not bouncing all over. Not yet.
So we'll be back shortly with the second half. Once again, the score, Randolph 6 and Parsippany Hills 3.
Going black.
To recap the scoring, in the first quarter with 4:29 left, Jim Ferraro hit a 35-yard field goal. The Vikings were aided by a botched punt return of Randolph. Ball was fumbled at the Randolph 41. The Vikings got it, took it a couple yards up the field, and Ferraro chipped in a 35-yard field goal, make it 3-0 Vikings. With 2:28 to go in the second quarter, in the first half, take your pick, it was Kevin Saltz, number 11. He took the ball in from 2 yards away to give Randolph 6-0 lead, and Frederick, the kicker, John Fredericks, he hit the extra point wide to the right, so the score remains 6-3 as we take the field here in the second half. We're still awaiting Randolph. We saw this a couple times over at the high, where the visiting team shows up about 5 minutes late for the second half. Earlier, I had told you Dina Provolius, the Viking cheerleader, was not cheering. I see her out there now. Correction. Had a concussion a couple of weeks ago. I understand she hit her head on a teacher's desk and was out for a couple of weeks. She's back now. Deneen Capozzi, the other one I mentioned who was out, she is out. She had knee surgery, so she won't be back for a while. There you see the Viking cheerleaders, a couple of them. In fact, that is... well, never mind who that is. Dina is the one, I believe, to the right of your screen. Yes, that's her. Also there is Julie Koza. Julie Koza is in the front. There's a shot at the Viking bench as we are still awaiting the Rams to show up for the second half. Once again, our staff today directing has been Linda Hester and Tom Wall. On camera, it's been a combined effort of Tom Kanuski, Debbie Gantert, and Alice Dioria. Good job, our staff today at Video on the Go. That is Steve Mazzarell, number 2, the second-string quarterback, with Frank Tedesco, the first-string quarterback. 62 is Ted Garvey, the man with the Mohegan haircut. He did that last Halloween, too. This year, another Mohegan haircut. According to Ted, that'll take about 10 months to have all his hair grow back. Still awaiting Randolph. You see the officials just making their way back to the field. Once again, don't forget to join Rob Tadero and myself every Thursday for On the 50-Yard Line. Following after that will be a high school football game, either the Vikings or the Redskins. This is our last Viking game. We'll have 2 more Redskin games. Of course, on Tuesday we have good shows for you. Park Troy Interchange, Linda Hester, and a guest host. Haven't seen the same person twice yet, but in any event, it's a good show. Also, Your School's in Action with Tom Wall and Tom Kanuski. For complete listings, you can look in the community news. We're on 3 nights a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, starting at 6. Our schedule is listed from about 5:30 to 6 on Channel 3, Salmon's Cable. There you see the Randolph Rams making their way back onto the field between the cheerleaders lined up the goalpost. And here they come. Okay, so we're just about ready to go. The captains will meet once again. Patron, Brotons, and Ferraro, this week's captains for the Vikings. The Vikings, or rather the Redskins, are in town. I think we're gonna have to live with that again. The Redskins are in town tomorrow night. Steve Avalone, Mike Cadella, and company are back. We'll have that for you a week from tonight. We'll also have the game next week, 2 weeks from tonight. All on Channel 3, so still a lot of football action. Most important, though, the second half coming up right now between the Parsippany Hills Vikings and the Randolph Rams. And the winner is really going to be in good shape in the Hills division. This definitely has to be the best team the Vikings have ever had. I guess the captains aren't going to meet. They're just going to kick off. Jim Ferraro will set up at the 40-yard line. Back to receive is number 5, Andy Cope, along with Kevin Saltz, number 11, and number 7, Greg Nardolillo. Right there you see the Vikings. Jim Ferraro ready to kick off. The Vikings will be defending the goal to our left. They are in black. Randolph is in white. So Ferraro set to kick off. Ferraro kicks it away. Ball coming down to Cope. Cope brings it up the right side. Cope across the 30, across the 40, and slams his way out to the 45-yard line.
Stopped by Poulter and Ellis.
Poulter and Todd Ellis on the tackle. So Randolph, good field position at the 45. Okay, same offensive setup as we had in the first half. Nardolo, the quarterback, hands the ball off to Nick Gangemi, straight ahead to about the 48-yard line. If you joined us late, Joe Gangemi was injured in the first half. He was very slow getting up. In fact, he didn't get up. They brought him over to the sideline. We haven't seen him since. Could be a key factor here in the second half. It will be a pickup of 3, second down and 7 from the Randolph 48. Nardolillo calls the signals. And he hands the ball off to Saltz around the right side, and Saltz dives ahead for about 6 yards. Will be about a yard short of the first down, third down and 1.
And a 4 on the play, 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. They'll mark it. Pick up a 4 on that play. Actually, it's more like a long 1. Big play here. Handoff goes to Saltz, and Saltz appears to have the first down. He has the first down. Just barely up to the 45-yard line. The middle of that Viking line gets tougher. First series of the game and the half, usually they'll be run through for a little bit, then they'll stiffen up right about now. And for the rest of the half, it's very tough to get through that Viking defensive line. Handoff goes straight ahead to 31. That's Nick Angemi again. He has about 9 yards to the 36-yard line. He'll be about a yard short of the first down, second down. Viking line getting a good test. There you see them. That is Singleton and Chang on your near side. Chang is number 7. Italiano, Ling and Brotons also there. 2nd and 1. Handoff straight ahead to Gangemi. And he, I believe, has the first down. He does. Inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line.
They ran first down, 1st and 10.
Another first down for Randolph. They don't seem to be having much trouble at all with this Viking defense early in the second half. Defensive struggle to a certain degree in the first half. 6-3, touchdown and a field goal. Randolph had the touchdown and missed their extra point. Could still prove to be very important. Handoff goes to Nick Angemi straight ahead down to about the 25-yard line. Pickup of about 9.5. Brotons and Garvey in there on that tackle. So it's going to be, once again, second down and short. They'll call it 2nd and 3 from the 27 where his knee first touched the ground. Nardolillo keeps it himself, goes straight ahead. Calls his own number. Let's see if he has the first down. He does. At the 23-yard line. Lombardi comes out for the Vikings. Anthony Lombardi, number 23. Nardolillo on first down, hands the ball off to Saltz around the right side. Saltz sprawls ahead to about the 18, inside the 20. Garvey got him by the legs, wouldn't let him advance any further. Got far enough, I would say. Pick up a 5, second down and 5 from the 19-yard line. Lombardi checks back in, along with John Rooms. Ahern comes out, along with Ron Cosmas, number 50. Second down and 5 for Randolph. Saltz slot split to the left. Handoff goes straight ahead to Gangemi. He's hard to bring down. He is down to the 10-yard line. Has the first.
They ran first down.
First down just outside the 10. Closer to the 11, actually. Joe Gangemi is probably out for the game, otherwise he'd have been back by now, I would think. So it is first down and 10 from the 11. Handoff goes to Gangemi once again. Gets a couple of yards.
Nick Gangemi, the ball
About 3
carrier.
yards down to the 8-yard line.
3 yards, 2nd and 7.
It'll be 2nd down and 7 from the 8. This is where the line stiffened up last time. Beautiful play by Paul Lupo, forcing a field goal attempt that was missed. Second down and 7. Nardolillo hands the ball off straight ahead once again. Looks like Gangemi.
Nick Gangemi on
It is. He gets down to about the 6. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5 at the Vikings 6.
3rd and 5 from the 6. They say the hardest 20 yards to get are the last 20. And if you don't believe me, there's proof right here. As it is now 3rd down and 5. Salt and Gangemi in the backfield. Handoff goes to Salt. It's going to be a halfback action. Throws it back to Nardolillo, who is hit by John Chang back at the 11-yard line. Mark it back at the 10-yard line. So it'll be 4th down and 9. Well, the Vikings know that trick. They tried it themselves last week. Pass was overthrown. John Chang read that play beautifully and took down Nardolillo. You can see it looks like they're gonna go for the field goal here. John Fredericks, number 81, is in. He kicks it up, and it is no good. No good. So that is the 2nd time that John Fredericks has missed a field goal. The Viking defense has held.
Take over on down, 1st and 10, your own. Tony, however,
And there's been a flag thrown on the field between, it's after the kick, between plays. The Vikings will take over at the 20-yard line. Unsportsmanlike conduct again against Randolph, brings it out 15 yards to the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 35.
And it continues. 2nd time we've seen that. The first time it came before a field goal attempt, which they missed. This time it comes after a field goal attempt, which they missed. Okay, first time we've seen the Viking offense in the 2nd half. 4:59 to go, 3rd quarter. Patron takes the ball ahead for a yard before being knocked down. Basically the same offense we saw in the first half. Big change is Ahern in at running back for Singleton. They seem to do that every game. Tedesco, the quarterback, number 8. Poulter and Garvey alternated receiver. Poulter number 1, Garvey number 9. John Baronio in at wide receiver number 4. Tedesco hands the ball off to Baronio. Baronio plows ahead for back to the line of scrimmage, really.
Picked up by Kaiser.
It'll be 3rd down and 9.
1 yard on the play.
Kaiser, the man who made the tackle for Randolph.
Viking 37.
Poulter now comes out. Look for a pass right here. Garvey goes out to the left along with Baronio. Backfield of Patron and Ahern. Tedesco back to pass. Rolls to the right side. Throws. It is caught by Baronio. 45-yard line of Randolph. 1st down, Vikings. The Vikings now on the march. 1st and 10. Randolph 45-yard line. Beautiful diving catch by John Baronio. Tedesco pitches the ball. Patron gets about 4 yards before being knocked out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Brian Hooper, number 74. Salt's also in on that tackle.
Vikings 2nd and 8.
They'll only give him a pickup of 2. Look like a little more from here, so it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 43-yard line of the Randolph Rams. 3:21 left in the third quarter. Vikings on the move. Garvey and Baronio go out to the left. High formation with Patron and Ahern. Handoff goes to Patron. Patron gets about 3 more yards down to the 40-yard line of Randolph.
Patron stopped by Hooper.
It'll be 3rd down and a long 5. Still haven't placed the ball yet. Put it on the 41-yard line. Pickup of 3, 3rd down and 6. Now to the right comes Craig Brotons. Back to pass Tedesco. Tedesco rolls to his right, throws, almost intercepted.
Tedesco's pass broken up.
It was intended for Poulter. He didn't come up with it.
Vikings have it.
It was Rick Pertell,
Rams 41.
the man who appeared to come up with the play on defense. Almost picked it off. 4th down and 6. Now right here, Ferraro will try and put them in a hole with a good punt. Nardolillo and Salt's back to receive the punt. Looks like they're going to come after him, though.
10 right, okay.
The kick is away. Nice kick by Ferraro. They're going to try and keep it out of the end zone, and they do. Beautiful play by the Vikings to down that ball inside the 5-yard line.
Vikings punt.
Didn't see who got it. Down there is Cosmas, the man who made that great play. Metaliano was also there to dive on the ball.
Rams have it 1st and 10 at their own 3 yards.
1st and 10 at the 3. First and 10 for Randolph at their own 3. Straight ahead goes Nardolillo, and he gets nowhere. Might have picked up a couple of yards. Let's see where they place the ball down.
Quarterback Nardolillo.
They'll mark the ball at the 6, so pick up of 3, 3rd down and 7. Rather 2nd and 8. A little off here. Beautiful day for football. Not as cold as we had it last week against Boonton, where Rob Tadero brought 2 pairs of socks, and I got frostbite. Nardolillo hands the ball off straight ahead to Nick Angemi, fighting for yardage to about the 10, but that's all. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Nick Angemi on the carry.
Really, the ideal day for football.
Picked up 4.
Leaves changing color at Parsippany Hills. Changing color everywhere, just about. It's great until you gotta rake it, isn't it? Third down and 3. This is a very big defensive play. The ball rests at the Randolph 10. Vikings got a big break on a fumbled punt by Randolph that led to their field goal. And they need some kind of a break here to keep Randolph back in that hole. 3rd down and 3. Nardolillo hands the ball off to Angemi, and he is bottled up by that defensive line. Garvey was right there. Metaliano was there. Midlich was there. Beautiful play by the Viking defense to stop him. So now they'll have to punt from their 10-yard line. Corky Patron back to return the punt along with John Baronio. They'll probably try and kick it to Baronio if they're smart. Not taking away from Baronio at all, but Patron, no question, the best runner the Vikings have. But they kick it to Patron. Patron takes it to 42. Patron up the right side to the 35-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds. The Vikings will have the ball 1st and 10 from the Randolph 35. 17 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Vikings have it. A 1st down.
Can almost feel something coming right here. 1st and 10 from the Randolph 35. Singleton and Patron are the running backs. Pitch goes to Patron around the left side. Patron has good yardage. Pickup of about 6 inside the 30, close to the 29-yard line. That was the last play of the 3rd quarter, according to the scoreboard clock. But not according to the official clock. Okay, that is the end of the 3rd quarter, we understand. So we go to the 4th quarter now with the score, the Randolph Rams 6 and the Parsippany Hills Vikings 3.
Next game today, Saturday, November 6th at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
The next home game for Vikings, Thanksgiving Day, against Mount Olive Township at 10:30 in the morning. Play resumes, 2nd and 5. Rams 30.
You get the quarterback.
2nd down and 5. 30-yard line of Randolph. Full house backfield now. Ahern, Singleton, and Patron. Patron gets the call, and Patron gets 5. Close to another 1st down for the Vikings.
Patron stopped by Stigone.
Shadows now starting to creep across the field.
3rd and 1.
It'll be 3rd down and 1. Vikings need a score here. Brotons at tight end. The wide receiver is Garvey. The handoff goes to Patron. Patron has a yard and more. Down to the 26-yard line of Randolph.
Stopped by Nick and Jimmy.
Ganjemi, the man who got him. Nick Ganjemi. Joe is injured.
Rams 22.
1st and 10 from the Randolph 22. We're still about 4 or 5 yards off. In fact, now that I look, I don't see Ganjemi. They took him away. So, no question, he's out for the game. Pitch goes to Patron around the left side. Flag on the play. Patron all the way down to the 10.
Patron gets
That's it we have, though. There's a flag on the play. Could hurt. And they're all walking backwards, so looks like it's against the Vikings. A clip against the Vikings, and that's bad news. 10:52 to go.
Vikings 15.
Big 15-yard penalty all the way out to the 37-yard line.
36.
So it's 1st down and 25. Tedesco back to pass, throws over the middle, it's picked off at the 37-yard line. See the man who got it, number 64, Pete Frawley. He's the man who picked it off. So Randolph takes over at their own 37, 1st and 10. Still 10.5 minutes to go, so the Vikings have ample time to come back. "37-yard line. Handoff goes straight ahead to Nick Ganjemi. He gets a couple of yards. Up to the 40-yard line.
Nick Ganjemi, 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Call it a pickup of 3 to the 40-yard line, 2nd down and 7. Randolph still clinging to that 3-point lead. There's been no scoring in the second half. Handoff goes to Cope around the left side. Cope has a couple of yards, but he's brought down for a pickup of about 3 more. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Good pursuit by the defensive line of the Vikings that time. Call it a pickup of 2, 3rd and 5.
Rams 3rd and 5 to Rams 43.
Rams trying to grind time off the clock. Handoff goes straight ahead to Gangemi. Gangemi has the 1st down and more, all the way down to the 43-yard line.
Ball picks up good yardage at 1st down. Rams 1st and 10, Vikings 43.
First down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Handoff goes to Salt straight ahead. He stopped.
Salt stopped by Midledge. 2 yards, 2nd and 8. Vikings 42.
Got a pickup of 2. It was 2nd down and 8. Nine minutes even and counting. Time is becoming a factor now. Handoff goes straight ahead to Cope. Cope gets about 4 yards, we'll call it. 3rd down and 4 coming up. Well, this is Parsippany's last home game until Thanksgiving Day. We won't be bringing you that one, so it's our last look at the Vikings of 1982. Very good team, this Viking team. That's unless they make the playoffs, we might have another look. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. Handoff goes to Saltz, and Saltz is wrapped up and dropped. Jeff Jablonowski, I believe, is the man to get him, first man to get him.
1 yard on the play.
Pickup of a yard, 4th down and 4. Nobody back to receive it, and it will bounce out of bounds at the 5-yard line of the Vikings. So this is it for the Vikings. 5:33 to go, and about 95 yards to go. Defensive line of Randolph and the Vikings huddle. Tedesco rolls to his left, throws the ball deep for his right, and it is incomplete, intended for Walt Garvey, number 9. Garvey went high in the air for that one. He is 6'2". He can get up there. Just couldn't hang on. 2nd down and 10. Mike Ricca, number 72, checks out. Ricka, one of the top players on the Viking defense, doubles as an offensive lineman. Back to pass is Tedesco. Tedesco rolls to his left. He's in trouble. Throws the ball away for the right side. Incomplete. Vikings just need a field goal to tie, but I don't know if anybody can kick a field goal that long. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. 5:16 to go. Defensive battle here at Parsippany Hills. Tedesco calls the signals. He's back to pass. In trouble again. Rolls to the right. Throws. Caught by Baronio. A beautiful diving catch by John Baronio, but I believe they may mark it out of bounds. Yeah, they're going to call it out of bounds. That's a shame. Too bad. He just came down out of bounds.
At their own 5-yard line.
Beautiful try by John Baronio.
Okay, Alex, get the white team receiver. Stand left out. Stand left out. Tommy on the edge. Zoom in.
Hey, there you see Ferraro on the right of your screen, ready to kick it away from his end zone. And pretty good kick by Ferraro, bouncing at the 35 and coming back. They better down it, and they do. So let's see where they'll mark this.
Well, touchdown. Rams have it 1st and 10.
They'll mark it at about the 34-yard line is where they put it down. So the Vikings now 5:58. Must have read the clock wrong before. Either that or it's recycling again. We saw that first time we came here this year. Handoff goes to Ganjemi straight ahead, and he doesn't get anywhere. Might have got a yard. 2nd and 9.
Ganjemi stopped by the center of the Viking line. 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Vikings 33.
He ran right at the center of the Parsippany Hills line, and didn't get to run very far. Lombardi checks out, and the band checks in. 2nd down and 9. Nardolillo hands the ball off to Ganjemi. Ganjemi is stacked up in his backfield by Protons, number 81, and Cosmos, number 50. Third down and 11. Back to pass, Nardolillo throws deep for the right side. It's broken up by Danny Poulter, number 1. Intended for Capinos, number 1 of Randolph.
4th and 11, Vikings 35.
Split end. Down at the 10-yard line over on the other side. Covering them all the way.
We're joined by a B in our broadcast booth. And now he goes. Been here all day. Okay, Randolph ready to kick it away. Patron takes it at the 7, around the right end, across the 20 to the 22. Now 4:18 to go. This is it for Parsippany Hills, I would imagine. And now they're winding it down to the 4-minute mark. It's quick 18 seconds, I'd say. So now we have the 4-minute warning. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Back to pass, Tedesco throws, and it is incomplete, intended for Broton's number 81.
Baronio incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Actually, Baronio was there too, but Brotons was running towards the ball. Baronio wasn't moving. Three minutes and 59 seconds to go. Tedesco calls the signals. Patron goes in motion. Back to pass. Tedesco throws the ball deep downfield. It is caught by Patron. Patron out of bounds at midfield. Corky Patron, there you see him, 34. Brilliant catch. Yard line of Randolph. Actually, it's at midfield. 1st and 10. And the timeout is called. 3:57 to go. I believe Randolph has called a timeout. The little trick-or-treat kids are back out on the field with their orange buckets. Coach Danu goes out for the Vikings. He's on his way back now.
Play resumes. Vikings have a 1st and 10 at the Ram 49.
3:35, the clock now reads. There you see the Viking huddle with the refs in the middle. Tom Wall directing right now. There's the Vikings. Ball is resting at the 50-yard line. Okay, 1st and 10, Parsippany Hills. Tedesco pitches it to Patron. Patron breaks a couple of tackles and gets a couple of yards. Still running. And knocked down for pickup of about 6. .310 and counting, ball to 44. We're gonna have some finish. Well, we're having it now. 3 minutes even. And an official timeout has been taken. Get the hell out of here, Smith. Second down, Tedesco back to pass, throws, it's batted and almost intercepted. Pass is broken up by number 70. Stingone, number 71, man who got it. As we earlier mentioned, John J. Bauer as the head coach. John Bauer Jr. is his assistant coach. Mike Bullis, Tom Loeffler, Bob Fassi, and Ron Skirback are the other ones. Okay, 2:45 left. Pitch back. Goes to Patron. The throw for Tedesco. He's got the ball. inside the 35 to the 32 and out of bounds, stopping the clock with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go. The play that didn't work at the beginning of the Booten game last year worked now. Couldn't think of a better time for it to work either. 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Tedesco rolls to the right, throws the ball deep downfield. It is intercepted at the 5-yard line by number 11, Kevin Saltz. At the 6-yard line, Kevin Saltz leaped high in the air and took that ball away from Dan Poulter. So Randolph takes over on downs with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. The Viking defense has to hold and get that ball back. Well, it was a 50-50 chance and came up unlucky. Cope and Capinos come out to the right side. Handoff goes straight ahead to, or no handoff, make that, sorry. Nardolillo took it himself and was brought down. Got about a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9.
Timeout has been taken with 2:10 to go.
After you wrap up, we'll try to mix it.
The clock is now running once again. So the Vikings look like they're about to make a great march up the field, but pass was taken away from Dan Poulter by Kevin Saltz. Still a little bit of time though. Over 2 minutes, 2:07. Clock counted off 3 seconds since, well, during the timeout. Keeping up with the official time, I guess. 2nd down and 9. The Vikings only need a field goal to tie the game. Handoff goes around the side to Ganjemi. He's bottled up by that defensive line of the Vikings. Minute and 55 seconds and counting now.
3-yard pickup. 3rd and 6.
Chang in on that play for the Vikings. The Vikings are going to have a little bit of time left if they can hold Randolph here. Minute 35 and counting. Randolph in no hurry. Nardolillo calls the signals. Hands the ball off straight ahead to Ganjemi. He is short of the 1st down, and the Vikings will get the ball back. In the Daily Records weekly gridiron guessing game, all 6 writers picked Randolph. In the Star Ledger, both writers picked Randolph. One said they would win 22-17.
Officials have called timeout for a measurement.
Officials have called timeout to measure now. Fate of the Vikings resting on this measurement.
Rams has come up short of the 1st.
They are short. I imagine they will punt. You don't want to give the Vikings the ball, if you're Randolph that is, you don't want to give the Vikings the ball that deep in their own territory. Patron back to return the kick. Saltz back to punt it away. The kick is away. Patron underneath. Patron now brings it up the right sideline, stumbles. He's down to about the 40, 41-yard line. So the clock is stopped now with 1:09 to go. The Vikings have one last gasp. Okay, this this is it. First down, Parsippany Hills. Garvey and Baroni will come out to the left. Patron and Singleton are the running backs. Handoff goes to Patron around the left side. Patron has a bit of running room. Patron breaks a couple of tackles and he's all the way around to the 20-yard line. 57 seconds left. The clock is stopped. The Vikings have it first and 10 at the 23. And good news, everybody, they are in field goal range. They can easily tie this game, providing they don't lose any yards. Timeout has been called. Coach Daniel is on the field. Corky Patron, a beautiful run. Only if you have a running back like Corky Patron can you hand off in that situation. That's exactly what the Vikings did, and Patron made it pay off. And I said it last week, I'll say it again, this has got to be, Patron that is, has got to be the best runner this Parsippany Hills Viking school has ever seen. Beautiful run around the left side. He just doesn't slow down, he doesn't stop. Coach Daniel showed complete confidence in his running back, Corky Patron, that time, putting the Vikings in field goal range. There you see Daniel just leaving your screen. Here we go. Tedesco hands the ball off to Patron again. Patron around the left side again. Patron is out of bounds.
By Campino and Simone.
He got out of bounds again, not too much yardage. See what where they'll mark it. We'll put it down at the 21-yard line, second down and 8. Patron, Tedesco rolls to the right, throws to the right, he's got Protons, out of bounds at the 15-yard line. 45 seconds ago. Pickup of about 5, third down and 3. They are easily in field goal range now, easily. I'll tell you, this is a stress test for the fans and the players. Imagine what must be going through the mind of Jim Ferraro right now. Perhaps the best place kicker in the Iron Hills Conference. Joe Voltaggio, the trainer, just leaving your screen now. Third down and 3. Ball is resting at the Randolph 16. 45 seconds to go in the football game.
Third and 3.
What a win this could be for the Vikings if they score. Even a tie would be a moral victory for the Vikings, and they would still be in this race. Don't forget, Randolph still plays Dover, the two teams that the Vikings are contending with. West Morris also is in the race. Vikings get West Morris next week. Handoff goes to Patron. Patron has the first down. Patron still running, and he's out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. First down and goal for the Vikings at the 3-yard line. This is it, first and goal from the 3. Tedesco rolls to the left, throws the ball, it is incomplete. 32 seconds left. The pass was intended for Patron. Second down and goal.
4-yard line.
Nobody has left. Everybody's still packed in. Everybody on their feet. Tedesco rolls to his right. Throws the ball. It is incomplete. Third down and goal. 29 seconds to go. A big third down play. Myself, I would give it to Patron. He's been doing it all year. He's been doing it on this drive. I would hand the ball to Corky Patron, number 34. I am not Coach Daniel. I don't know what he's going to do. Hand off to Patron. No good. Straight ahead.
1 yard.
They got to hurry up now. 20 seconds and counting. Now at 19 seconds left, the clock has been stopped. There's an injured Randolph Ram on the play. Coach Daniel now is out. Daniel is on the field. Voltaggio, the trainer, comes out. The injured man was Patron. Looked like a Randolph player down, but it wasn't. It was Patron. And if there was one play where I'd want Corky Patron on the field, it is this one. Singleton and Ahern are the running backs. Tedesco to pass. Tedesco in trouble, throws, caught! But they are not in the end zone. I didn't see the man who caught the ball. It was Singleton. Singleton could not get into the end zone. The Rams take over on downs. 6 seconds to go. First and 10 from the 1. 6 seconds to go. They might even take the safety.
Safety will do that.
The clock now has run out. Ladies and gentlemen, this football game has just ended. The Vikings coming up 1 yard short of the Randolph Rams. They've come up 1 yard short of first place.
On your way home, Clyde.
Really a tough loss for the Vikings to take. Chris Singleton almost got in. Patron was not on the field at the time. Patron was shaken up the play before. Singleton caught that ball over the middle. 3 Randolph Rams were on his back. They didn't bring him down, but he couldn't drag them into the end zone. And that's how it ends, with the final score, the Randolph Rams 6 and the Parsippany Hills Vikings 3. Okay, to recap the scoring in the first quarter, the Randolph Rams botched a punt. Actually, they botched a punt return. The Vikings took over at the 40-yard line. A couple of plays later, Jim Ferraro hit a 35-yard field goal to give the Vikings a 3-0 lead with 4 minutes and 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Then in the second period, it was Kevin Saltz, number 11, for the Randolph Rams. He took it in from 2 yards away to give Randolph a 6-0 lead. The point was missed. That came with 2:28 left in the second quarter in the first half. So we went into halftime at 6-3.